Hi, good morning everybody. Happy Monday. Here's to making fresh starts, meeting goals. Today's going to be a packed week. Listen, like testing is about to start. I've got so many copies to make, so many things, because Monday is like, okay, here we go. We're in routines now. Now it's time to start with curriculum. So this should be a very interesting week. Gotta run. I will probably catch you guys toward the end of the day, but I hope your Monday was excellent. Okay, Monday is now done. And let me just say this much. Today was like a crazy, but not a bad crazy day. Mondays, it's very tough because it's time for new words. It's time for new strategies. It's time for new everything. And also Mondays are good because sometimes the kids need a fresh start. But it is hard to transition from the weekend, even for me and the kids too. But we got it done. So today we worked on new spelling words, new spelling patterns. The kids got their first homework assignment and they were like, homework? I'm like, yeah, you're back in school. It's time for homework. So they have new vocabulary words, new everything. And although new is fun, it does take practice to get into the routine of doing all those things, or it won't be accomplishable. So I spent a lot of just teaching kids who are new to the school how to do things such as use the glossary properly, how to find the glossary. We talked about genre. We got a little rap to go with genre. So it really will help with spelling. So it goes something like G to the E to the NRE. That's the genre. What's it gonna be? We did that too. And we did a lot of practicing routines. So tomorrow when we read the story once again, it shouldn't be too hard. So we got to work on writing. I've got writing topics we're going to work on, so we're going to get there. It's just going to take some time, just time, that's all. So we will for sure get there, for sure. So I'm going to just clean up for the day and head on out, and I'll be back fresh from Tuesday morning. Looking forward to another fun-filled day. Bye. Good morning. It's a lovely Tuesday. So today I'm rocking my 3rd grade Where the Adventure Began shirt. So I like to wear some teacher tees sometimes just to motivate myself and let me know that yes, teaching 3rd grade is quite the adventure. So today on our agenda, we're going to work on writing. We're going to work on having your voice as an author. So like I told my students, that I'll even show you here, our spotlight author is going to be the author that follows all the steps so that their work can be published here too. So again, students should have a voice. Students should feel ownership for their work, for their writing. And the better and the earlier that they master that, the better things will be. So I'm going to do some planning, and I will see you guys throughout the day, probably towards the end of the day once again, around before dismissal time, so I can check back in and let you know. Okay, Wednesday is now done, and let me just say this. Today was all about seeing my students' strengths and weaknesses, and unfortunately, but this is a reality. As you guys who are teachers or people who are really passionate with education, you will know that kids are all on different levels. So it doesn't mean we leave them behind. No, don't do that. We have to meet the children where they are. So today we worked on, like I mentioned this morning, opinion writing. And I can see a lot of kids need practice with just writing structure. So I promised a lot of parents that by the end of 3rd grade, they will have mastered that the kids are going to be confident. Like I showed you this morning, their work is going to be on my board here with Spotlight Author. Some of them asked when I explained it, they said, wait a minute, am I an author? I said, you are. When you're in this classroom, you are an author. Your writing is important. You should value it, take ownership of it. And they got them a little bit excited about it, which is always, always good. I want them to be excited. I want them to not say to themselves, I don't like writing. I don't want anybody to feel discouraged like that. So we're going to keep going. We're going to work on strategies, procedures, what to do, what not to do, how to write, the structure. It's going to take some time, but we are going to get there. So I'm currently making some copies. Okay, and let's see. So far Morning work, that's done. Language arts is done. That's more language arts. So we're going to work on making inferences. I'll explain tomorrow morning how I like to introduce different concepts just like this too. So these copies are made. Now I just wait on my writing copies. As you guys can see, I'm very low on paper, like really, really low. So I need to organize things, low on pencils, so it just never ends, but that's okay. So in the meantime, I'm gonna organize my desk, get everything ready for Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. As always, thank you for watching. Okay, you all, happy Wednesday. It's officially Wednesday now. I know yesterday, for some reason, I'm like, oh, Wednesday's done. I'm like, no, it's officially Wednesday today. So today, we're going to work on those things that I talked about as far as getting stronger with writing, getting stronger with confidence. There's so many things that we need to work on, but the earlier, the better. The earlier I can diagnose different difficulties, the better I am to assist the students. So I am going to just prep for the day. So one of the resources I like to use is Vocabulary, and once I get that set up, I'll be right back. Favorite resource to use when teaching a new language arts concept is a website called Vocabulary. And what it is, it teaches the concept, but it does it in a clever way by using it such as doing things like making songs. So for instance, I'm teaching making inferences today. So I'll play a little snippet of it. So no copyright. And again, it's called Vocabulary. Vocabulary.
You go by your friend's house to see if she's home, and the house is all dark and you don't have your phone.
So that gives you just an instance. I'm not sure about copyright with them, so I paused it. But it comes up with a story. There's word cards with pictures. There's a vocabulary game where they can build a beat and they get a new instrument each time they get a question correct. So that's always fun as well. And there's also resources such as vocabulary to use, lesson plans if you need help with that. It's very, very nice. And then also I have this detective's notebook game, and I can't click start just yet because it'll start the whole game. But basically a detective talks about the clues and the kids have to come up with a solution for it. So it's really, really wonderful to use too. So those are just some of the great resources. I'm gonna just do my usual, fix the room around, make some copies, and I will check back in at around 2:45. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Have a great Wednesday, and things will be fine. Wednesday is officially over. My students are getting better at writing. They are. They really, really are. Right now, it just seems to be confidence. Confidence seems to be like the barrier, but we're going to break those barriers, okay? We are going to get it done one by one. Just one by one. That's all. That's all we had to do. So I am going to do a lot of modeling. So I've given myself homework tonight. I'm going to model how to write a very good paragraph because they haven't seen one. So I got to work on that so they know what I'm looking for. So I don't have to say put it together. They can see that. So that's my homework. So I'm going to tell the kids tomorrow morning, like, I had homework last night. They're going to be like, oh, you did? Yes, I did. So I tell them all the times, like, oh, you got research for me? Oh, you gave me homework. So Wednesday it's over. So now we're gonna work on Thursday, tomorrow, and Friday's goals. We're gonna get better and better and better. So I'm gonna clean up here, and humidity has definitely hit my hair, but that's okay. And got work to do. It's a magnificent day in 3rd grade. Happy Thursday. I am experiencing something that I knew was bound to happen with this weather changing. My allergies are bothering me. So yesterday, after talking so much here in the classroom, my voice was kind of hoarse, and then I also had, like, I don't know, a little scratchy throat, and I'm like, no. So last night I just doused a bunch of cough drops. So I'm going to tell you the 2 things I'll be using probably today, well, today for sure, and tomorrow, so that my voice, you know, I can preserve it. So let me just show you one thing, one of my favorite things. I have it in my lanyard here, and that picture in my lanyard is from this lovely seller at Etsy. I love pearls, as you guys can see on my daily vlogs, but my lanyard is pearl, and it's like an ID pouch as well. So when I want to get the kids' attention, I just ring this, my doorbell. And when I ring that, they know to stop what they're doing and listen for instructions. So that's one way I'm not shouting, everybody listen, or give me 5, or any attention getter that I use. So another thing I use, one moment please, amplifier. So with this, I wear this headset and my voice is amplified. I'm talking at a normal tone, but my voice is amplified, so it sounds much louder than I'm really speaking. And I suggest all teachers, public speakers, buy yourself an amplifier so that you can preserve your voice. I mean, think about even people who use their voice to sing. They have to be careful too. So never did I imagine that I would be using my voice so much. Like, whoa. But my voice is a part of my job, so whenever I lose my voice, it is very, very hard. Next on our agenda, we're going to continue writing. I'm telling you guys, I am building confidence with these kiddos. No matter if they think they can't do it, I'm going to just give them tough love and show them that they can, because there's just too many opportunities, and I don't want any of my students to miss those opportunities because they don't want to write. So I hope you guys can hear me, because I really feel like I can't even talk, but it just could be me. So I'm just getting my projector ready. We're going to work on a few projects that involve writing and just working with reading and writing stamina. And I'm going to organize my teacher toolbox. You see I have my good friend Lysol here. I've got to spray my room. I sprayed it before I left yesterday, and I'm going to definitely spray it before the kids get there. I need some form of disinfectant. But I'm going to work on putting things like my hot glue. Let's see. There it is. I got to put my hot glue here. Going to put my push pins in here. And I've got to get my label fixed for right here because I forgot what was here. But I'm just organizing stuff just to make life simpler. Oh, good. See, this makes me so happy. Organization is the one thing that makes me happy. So I'm going to work on that. And I will check back, hopefully. Okay. So when I check back, honestly, it's always at the end of the day, because I have not got my planning prep. I'm crossing my fingers that I get it today, because the teacher is either busy doing something else or they're not taking my class. And my planning prep is literally at the end of the day, around 2:45. So let's hope that I get one so I can work on other projects and I don't have to come check back in at the end, because I feel like, oh, I can't even talk about the day. We will get there. I'm going to preserve this voice, and I'll see you later. It's Friday, and I feel so awful. I mean, oh my gosh. I know I don't feel, well, I think I sound, okay, I think I sound even worse than how I feel. But when I tell you guys, it was so hard to go to sleep because my nose was so stuffy. It was hard to wake up because I felt like I didn't get enough rest because I just wasn't feeling good. So today's gonna be like a real, as much as I can make it, a real laid back Friday. The kids have their very first spelling test today, so that way I'll be able to diagnose spelling things, things or spelling patterns that kids still have difficulties with. We'll work on that for sure. We'll work on vocabulary review. We're going to take a practice reading test because they will have practice reading tests every week. And also, since our class is so busy and we're focused on all students passing the 3rd grade and passing the 3rd grade reading law test, we do have brain breaks because sometimes the kids can burn out really, really fast, especially my new group, because they're not used to doing as much work as they did in 2nd grade. That I do something called brain breaks, and literally I tell the kids, your brain needs a break sometime. They're all nodding and agreeing like, yeah, you're right. So we use something in our classroom called Go Noodle, and I'll insert a clip of just some of the videos that we watch.
Sir, nice, volley, slam, slam on it, volley, slam, let's hear it. Toss it up, sir, forehand, backhand, forehand, drop shot, backhand.
And It's dancing videos, it's stretching, it's movement. Sometimes I incorporate our spelling words. The kids can make the letters with their body, so it's whole body movement. And it really helps my kinesthetic learners too, you know, kids that learn best when they're moving around, you know. And plus you get all that, those jitters out the way, you know. So, and that energy, you get the energy out the way for sure. And that helps them refocus, because they keep going, you're not going to get the result that teachers are looking for amongst their students. So I'm just going to look around the room as always, and I see what can I do. You guys will notice I no longer put morning work on the desk, because I'm trying to teach my class responsibility, so they know to look on the desk that has all their morning work. They grab one sheet, they grab their pencils, they turn their homework all at one desk, and that has really helped develop routines. Because if you're looking for ways, if you're a teacher and you're looking for ways for your kids to be more independent, then teacher tip number one here is to get them into routine as soon as possible. Show them how you like it done, model it. And really for the first month of school, you do a lot of modeling, because you want them to get it right. You don't want to keep saying the same things over and over again. In order to do that, you gotta make sure they understand, not just they see you doing it, they've got to do it and remember it. Okay, remember it. On my projector right here, I have my favorite website up. It is called Storyline Online, and although I do my own set of read alouds too, I like for them to see that stories can be read aloud as well. That it gives them the visual experience. This is one of my favorite stories being read aloud. It's by comedian Wanda Sykes, and it's called The Case of the Missing Carrot. And you can access these videos via YouTube as well, but the main website where they upload it on is storyonline.net, and it's amazing. So I don't know, it's another way to have a break. So say we finish everything at the end of the day and we still have a little bit of time, you know, you want to use that time wisely so the kids don't, you know, slack off, because it can happen so very easily. Let me show you guys some of the name tags. I can't show the kids' name, of course, for privacy reasons, but I'll show you what their name tags kind of look like. So you see here I'm covering the name, but I have a latte on this side, and I have a frappuccino on the other. I promise you guys, these name tags are so very cute. Like, I made myself one even. I gotta put it up somewhere. So that's that. Also, one good thing, I'm going to have not one, but 2 planning preps today. So I can kind of plan for Monday. That's my goal, plan for Monday. And that will help me in so many ways. So I can just kind of think about what is our schedule going to look like. So now I can plan for Monday. That will be good. Don't mind the busy traffic. My school is located off a very, very busy highway. So don't mind the sirens. You'll get used to that here on the channel. But today's going to be a good Friday despite my allergies, okay? And I will check back sometime throughout the day. Okay, so I finally have my first planning period. And you guys, I'm all clogged up. Oh my goodness. I am all stuffy, and I don't know, I hope I don't have like a fever. Sometimes I get a fever with these allergy symptoms, which is so terrible. So now we're in the afternoon, and I'm going to turn my camera around. One moment, please. Sometimes I'm going to have to sign back in because I want the kids to listen to today's story. So I have a resource library. This is the same program that I showed you all yesterday. Or not yesterday, but on last week's vlog. We're going to go to our story, which is titled The Origami Master. And there's a fly, as you guys can see. I'll get it out. Then we're going to do a practice vocabulary review. So, like for instance, number 1, which word names a kind of bird? So they're going to go in their textbook, and I'm going to just show you what their student textbook looks like right here. We have 2 units. This is grade 3. You can focus. There we go. Grade 3, book 1. So what it is, they're going to go to their story here, and usually it's at the end. And so let's see if I go 2 more pages. Here we are. These are their vocab words. They typically have about 12. Sometimes they have 6. And again, which word names a kind of bird. They'll go through their list, warbler, and then they'll have to say in a complete sentence, a warbler names a kind of bird. And they're going to take a practice test. I told them it's not going to be the real thing. It's not going to be the real thing just yet, but they need to practice comprehension, bubbling things in, following directions, and they need to practice the noise level for a test. So we're going to practice that as well, get them going, get them started, and then that pretty much sums up our day, because I have an additional planning period. So I'm going to take the time to just get things ready for Monday. Monday we're going to start our it's like our assessment test to see where the kids are. So they're gonna take reading with me and math with my partner teacher next door. And you know, it's kind of crazy with testing, but I'm gonna just make sure they got great confidence. Some have already asked me about my Let's Grow a Latte. I told them we need data. So kids are getting there. It has taken much longer than it has in a couple years, but every class is different, and I had to remember that. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Like, no. They just have to get it together quicker, like quick. So we're gonna work on that, you guys. I'll check back during dismissal. I'm just gonna work on a few minor projects. I'll see you guys at the end of the day. So I'm gonna end today's vlog in the bed. I couldn't even vlog after school. I ran out right away. I have a temperature of 99.6. It was not, you know, it's borderline, but I guess took some Tylenol. I'm gonna try to fight this because it's a little rough, but I'm gonna get there. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week back in the classroom. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe as well and click the notification bell so you can be up to date and notified each time I upload a new video here on my channel. So I'm gonna get well. I'll see you next week.